Hey there, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Anyway, I've got this piece of eyelet, and I think I'm going to make it look like it's in a window. And so kind of my thought is, but that's pretty narrow, so I mean I could go over there like that. Anyway, I want to put a little gathering stitch like right in there, like it's kind of gathered up. Put that, do a little gathering right there. And then gather this and put it across the top like a little valance. Okay, so my first, and I've cut this longer than what I need, so my first order of business is to find out where I want to put the shearing, the little gathering for the curtain part. And so I think right about there, that's going to be in that little eyelet hole there, which that doesn't matter to you. And I'm just going to do a little gathering stitch. So I've already got a knot. And I could just tie this up with a ribbon, but I'm not going to, not just yet. I might put a ribbon on there in a minute, or a bow or something. So just a little gathering thing right there. And tie that off. All right. So, we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do a little running stitch to hem these two pieces and then attach them on with a running stitch, and I'll be back. Have my little curtain panel sort of kind of done. I put a little stitch there and there just to hold that in place. I'm going to trim this off. And so kind of the rule of thumb with a ruffle is an average ruffle is 1.5 times the width. A nice ruffle is 2, 2.5 to 3 is like whoa on the ruffles. Okay, so I'm going to do 1.5 since this is going to go in a little book. And so there's my 1 right there. More help. There she is. Look at her. Like, are you doing that for me, Mama? That's for me. So we'll cut that in half. Cut that right there. So that'll give me 1.5 times my width of my thing. Right there. Where is it? There. 1.5. Ta-da. I need to readjust for my cat. Now I have my needle threaded with just regular sewing thread, and I'm going to do a loose running stitch to do my gather. That's the wrong side, this is the right side. I want a ruffle at the top. Even though it's an unfinished edge, it'll make a little ruffle at the top. And it is going to go in my little button book, so that'll be just good. So we're going to go down just a little bit. It's a beautiful day here today. It was cold and rainy yesterday. All right, so I'm going to put me a couple of little pins in here so I can see how wide I need that. Go there, make sure I've got the right side up, and I do. Okay, so that's the thickness or the fullness that it needs to be. That's going to give me just a little sweet ruffle right in the middle. That'll be good. Tie this off. I didn't record this while I was doing it. I'm so sorry. I thought I had, and then I can't find the clip or wherever. Anyway, I just did a running stitch across here. I did 2 rows. They're all in the same row. I didn't do like 2 separate, like side-by-side rows. I just did 1, and then I came back and I stitched again to make sure I had all my little gathers kind of secured. I think it's pretty sweet the way it turned out. All right, and then also just kind of, let me tell you that I have this kit, the Slow Stitch kit in my Etsy shop. And the link is in the description box below. Down, where's below? There it is, below. Anyway, the link is in the description box below. I've got various pieces of vintage lace and crochet stuff. I don't know if there's any crochet in here, but mostly laces. And then I've got a couple of little, I've got a little floral, a little embroidered flower, a very lovingly aged, used, vintage hanky, just a 1/4 of it. I cut it in 4 pieces so I could divide it up. And because you don't need that much of that, some pieces of fabric, pink and blue fabrics, and a piece of vintage tablecloth. Whoops, right there, I can get it. And there's buttons and a little assortment of buttons and a couple of little pieces of trim. There's a little, like a measuring tape, twill piece of ribbon that I've included in there, and this little piece of purple and pink flowers. This is what it looks like all finished. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure you give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'm so glad that you came, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.